So no matter how hard President Trump has fought to keep us at peace and out of war, it looked like the elites have probably found his Achilles heel. So earlier today, you had Tucker Carlson, who was a previous journalist on the Fox News, but was let go after he exposed the January 6th narrative to be false by showing images of police officers escorting the protesters around the Capitol. At any rate, you guys, he went on the Steve Bannon War Room show and he expressed concern about Trump joining Israel in war against Iran, said that this would potentially end his legacy as we know it and change the United States altogether as we know it. And I have to agree with Tucker on that. And, you know, Trump ran his first term off of peace through strength. He signed the Abraham Peace Accords, where he promoted peace in the Middle East. He was the first U.S. president to cross the line in North Korea. He was actually beginning to bring soldiers home from long-standing wars that we had been in. And now, after reportedly Israel struck Iran, if I'm not mistaken, struck back in defense. And President Trump made a post here recently saying that Iran should have signed a deal for them not to have nuclear weapons. It's such an unnecessary loss of life, and told the citizens of Tehran that they needed to evacuate immediately. So then I see images of traffic just backed all the way up in Tehran, people trying to get the hell up out of there because something's about to go down. It's just crazy to me, you guys, because it's like, why do we have the authority to tell another country what they can and cannot have? I've heard some people say, well, it's because they have radical beliefs over there. Well, it can't be no more radical than the U.S., because we're the only country that has dropped an atomic bomb on another country. Okay, and then you saw what happened with Muammar Gaddafi in 2011 after he gave up his weapons of mass destruction to the U.S. During the Obama administration, they moved in and assassinated him. And after that happened, we were like, oh, ain't nobody else coming up off of nothing else. Because if you have weapons that I don't have, then you have the advantage over me. You can strong arm me. That's why we ain't quick to do Russia and China like we do the smaller nations of the world. Okay, how can you tell somebody that they can't have what you have to be able to defend themselves? They can't be no more radicalized than we are. We have been a country that has invaded several countries, time and time again, lied about the cause of going overseas and everything. Okay, stealing land and oil and everything. What you afraid that what you've done is going to be done to you? Somebody please help me out on this. I hope we don't go off into war, you guys, but we'll see what happens.